What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. Today I want to do another cashback recap for February 2020, but really quick, just in case you're new, make sure to subscribe for daily videos. Also subscribe to my second channel, which is my backup channel for exclusive weekly content. The link will be in the description. Trying to hit 1,000 subscribers. And if you want to help support the channel by getting some DYDSS merchandise, of course we have a bunch of different products, t-shirts, hoodies, even stickers, many of which are raising funds and awareness for different charity organizations. Any and all merch can be found by clicking the first link in the description section down below. Thank you in advance, it's more than appreciated. But today I wanted to do another credit card cashback recap, this time for February 2020. As I'm sure many of you know, the end of January I posted a video talking about how I declared last month to be Just Credit January, where I wanted to experiment by putting all of my purchases that I would normally make with my debit card on my credit cards. The credit cards that make the most sense depending on what the credit card gives the most cash back for. For example, if I'm going to a restaurant, I'm going to use the credit card that gives me the highest % cash back for dining. If I'm going to make a purchase on Amazon, I'm going to be using my Amazon Prime Rewards card. If I'm going to be doing something miscellaneous that doesn't fall into a specific category, I'm going to use my general 1.5% cashback card. And the whole purpose of Just Credit January was to experiment just to see how much cashback I would actually receive for putting my purchases on a credit card, the purchases that I was going to make regardless anyway, whether it's with a debit card, whether it's in cash, whether it's whatever. But if I put it on a cashback card, just out of curiosity, how much cashback would I get? Now, first and foremost, I'm really not a big spender at all. I do not go out to eat every other night. I don't go to crazy clubs. I don't spend my money on things that I do not need. For the most part, the only place I really spend my money is at the grocery store, and I load up on food and I make a lot of food on my own. I found that it's cheaper, I found that it's healthier, I found that it makes the entire week much more simple if I dedicate maybe 2 or 3 hours of my week to making 5, 6, 7 meals for myself to eat throughout the course of the week. It just makes life a whole lot more simple. And that's really where I spend the most of my money. But Just Credit January came to an end. I have the sheet of paper right here. At the end of the month, I believe I had a little over $9 in cash back, which I know doesn't seem like very much, but that's actually $9 more than I ever would have gotten back by paying for things with a debit card or cash. So it was just an experiment to see what would happen, and I was actually pretty happy with the results. And I'm sure many of you know, because I've mentioned this a couple times over the last few years, I'm a little bit of a credit nerd, and I am building my credit as much as possible. I'm taking full advantage where I can, when I can, and I figured if I'm already using credit cards strictly to build credit anyway, why not use them to maximize how much cash back I'm getting back? So, long story short, I was actually very happy with the Just Credit January results, and I figured, hey, you know what? I'm just going to do this for all of my purchases, probably forever. I think it makes the most sense for me. Now, if you are not a credit card person, if you do not know how to manage credit cards, if you do not know how to handle money responsibly, this is probably not a good idea for you. But for someone like me, who is going to be spending this money anyway, all it takes is one little extra step. All I need to do, instead of swiping with my debit card, just swipe it with a credit card, go home, and then pay off the credit card. So last month alone, I made, I believe, 11 different payments, and that was just between 2 different cards. There are 2 main cards that I use, and those are the ones that make the most sense for the places that I go. For example, the grocery store. I went on January 31st because I knew that that would count for my February credit statement. I went again on the 7th. I went again on the 14th. I went again on the 20th. And I went again today. Now today, I actually loaded up on groceries. I bought probably about twice as much food as I normally would, and that was for a variety of different reasons. It's partially in preparation and also because I wanted to take full advantage of the February credit statement before we move on into March. And I did a couple other things with my card. I took one Uber one time just because I had to. As much as I hate taking Ubers, I'd rather just drive myself, but unfortunately I wasn't able to. Didn't have access to my car from where I was. I went to a drugstore to pick up some stuff that I needed. I actually, believe it or not, this probably might be a little bit frowned upon, but I actually paid a percentage of my tuition with one of my cashback cards. I figured, as a joke, I was like, well, if this degree doesn't work out for me, at least I'm getting a little bit of my money back. Just as a joke, but I did actually do it. Bought one thing on Amazon, and I had a meeting with a business partner of mine. That was just a couple of nights ago. So that's really the only purchases that I made this month for February 2020. Like I said, I'm really not a big spender. I really don't like to go out to eat. I really don't like to buy unnecessary things. I really don't like to spend money at all. But aside from the bills, aside from tuition normally, aside from all of my regular financial responsibilities, I really don't spend a whole lot of money. It's mostly spent at the grocery store. And just by looking at my cashback, I actually got close to $10 from all of the cashback just from buying groceries, which I think is pretty cool because I've spent my entire life, I spent over 2 decades, well, I guess not really, but I've spent pretty much my entire life so far, or all of my adult life, buying groceries with my debit card or with cash. Foolish decision on my part, considering that I was in possession of a cashback credit card. I just didn't understand the importance of being able to maximize those cashback incentives and whatnot. But it's actually pretty cool. I got close to $10 back from the groceries. I got about 27 cents back from a little tiny Amazon order. I had to purchase a present for somebody that was $115.16. I got $1.72 back for that, which is pretty cool. If you were going to buy a present for anybody else, odds are you're going to be getting $0.00 back. So these little pennies, these little dollars, they add up over time. Like I said, I got close to $10 this month just from the card that I use to buy my groceries. And that's also if you take into consideration that I got probably about $10 last month. Who knows? Maybe I'll get another $10 next month and the following month. And maybe by the time the year goes by, I'll have roughly $120 that I wouldn't have had any other way other than by using these cashback cards, which I think is pretty cool. Free dollars given back to me on purchases that I'm required to make anyway, which I can then take those free dollars and who knows, maybe I can convert them into some free silver and gold if that's what I want to do. There's a lot of different things I could do. So I just want to do a little bit of a February 2020 cashback recap. I'm definitely happy with the results and I am definitely reaping the benefits on a cashback level and on a credit score level. If you guys enjoyed today's video, please hit that like button. If you guys like me, make sure to subscribe. New videos every single day, 365 days a year. Also subscribe to my second channel, which is my backup channel for exclusive weekly content. The link will be in the description. Trying really hard to hit 1,000 subscribers. Help us out. And if you want to help support the channel in the biggest possible way, please consider getting yourself some DYDSS merchandise. Of course, we have some precious metal themed t-shirts and hoodies, which are up for grabs, along with a ton of other products, t-shirts, hoodies, even stickers, and many of which are raising funds and awareness for different charity organizations Any and all merchandise can be found by clicking the first link in the description section down below. Thank you in advance. It's more than appreciated. But I want you guys to head on down to the comments and let me know. You don't have to tell me exactly how much cash back you received from all of your purchases. You don't have to tell me how much money you spend, how much money you make, how much money you save. That's not any of my business. But if you are someone like me and you are capitalizing on the cashback incentives and you want to maximize on them as much as possible, maybe you have different cards for different reasons like I do. I have a card for my Amazon purchases, I have a card for dining, I have a card for miscellaneous everything purchases, 1.5 back on everything. Let me know in the comment section down below your cashback recap for February 2020. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you tomorrow. And remember, don't you dare stop smiling. Peace.